Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I need to tell you this story. I was laughing with some friends. They were laughing about how early I get up, and oh, she probably made that this morning. And I was like, I did. Anyway, they were like, why do you get up so early? And I said, because I know my smart hours. And they were like, what? I said, oh, yeah. I know my smart hours. I know the time of day when I'm super smart. I know when I'm kind of smart. I know when I'm okay. And I know when I don't even know my way back home to my house. And they said, well, how did you discover your smart hours? I said, well, actually, it happened because of a head injury. And while I was healing, that time would get longer and longer. But at first, during the head injury, it was a real small window. It was a very small window, and I had to find it because I still had to work. I still had to support my family. I still had to do what needed to be done. And I only had this little tiny window to do it in. And I could tell that I was healing because that window expanded. And like with anything, I'm like, yay, I'm healing, I'm good. And I would keep trying to push that window further and further, thinking that I was okay. Because prior to that, I didn't give any attention to the time of day when I had higher intelligence. And I remember I was at this event and they said, we really want you to come to reception. We really want you to come to reception. And I was like, I'm going to go to reception. And my manager was with me because somebody had to travel with me. And she was like, no, I don't think you're going to be able to. I said, you know what? Actually, I've been feeling really good lately. And I think I'll be able to go to this reception. We go to the reception. I walk in. Somebody comes over, Bertice. And I was like, oh, got to go to bed. Because all the sounds, everything came crashing in. And I realized I was not as good as I thought I was. Um, it took a while after trying to get back to myself to realize that I still had a window. And even though it was a wider window, there were certain things, my daughter, she's notorious for saying we don't cut fabric after 3. I can sew after 3, but I can't cut. I cannot cut. One day I cut a jacket and I was making it and I made it. The next morning I went upstairs to try it on and my granddaughter couldn't fit it. We don't cut after 3. Oh, but it is really interesting that you look at the things that we are now pushing ourselves to do because we're healing from a pandemic. We're not out of it, we're healing from it. And we're trying to push ourselves back into spaces because we think everything is okay. You still have a window of intelligence and you got to use it. I love you.